I am grateful for your evident enthusiasm and support towards this compilation and appreciation series. I would like to extend my thanks to all the individuals who follow and show support for the Princess Diana News channel. In this video, I will provide a thoughtful summary of our recent discussions on whether Meghan and Harry's public displays of affection are genuine expressions of love or simply staged performances. Additionally, Meghan fabricates falsehoods in order to prove her Nigerian ancestry, which supposedly accounts for 43% of her heritage. Now, we are approaching the initial point. As I previously mentioned, Harry and Meghan portray themselves as an affectionate couple in the public eye, as demonstrated by their attendance at events such as the Invictus Games. However, it should be noted that these public outings are not very common, as Meghan and Harry have been separated for a significant period of 4 months following a paparazzi incident in New York. They have encountered numerous setbacks in their career, such as the withdrawal of support from Spotify and the cancellation of some projects by Netflix. Meghan aims to solidify her status as a prominent global lifestyle influencer, though the exact definition of the term remains unclear. However, her reputation took a hit following her open criticism of the royal family in that Netflix documentary, leading to a decline in her popularity. So, what are your thoughts on this matter? Let's examine it presently. These comments are a response to the question. Wishing you a week filled with vitality, my dear friends. And now, I have a question for you. Is it a genuine couple in love or just a staged spectacle? The first comment comes from user ET2. The Hargles offer more than just a spectacle. They are a remarkable and captivating sight. I couldn't agree more. And naturally, individuals are in consensus. We were witness to an inappropriate show from a prehistoric 74-year-old and then Firefly appeared. They have an unsightly and unappealing appearance. I'm pleased to observe that we have reached a consensus on this matter. Next, we have Linda. Someone who can dismiss a caring father so abruptly and heartlessly is not a gentle and affectionate individual. He not only showered his daughter with materialistic gifts, but also surpassed his previous efforts in providing her with the best life possible. She has shown no support for her father despite his illness during his final days, demonstrating her heartlessness, lack of empathy, and deliberate cruelty. Those children would be in serious trouble if they ever angered her, and they would need divine intervention to assist them. Furthermore, Linda, I highly doubt the authenticity of the children in question. However, aside from that, the comment is exceptional. Following that, Carol became embroiled in a massive global disaster. Florence undoubtedly offers a grand spectacle. Everything is centered around her. Isn't it repulsive how the show portrays this? Furthermore, user VQ7 believes that genuine love doesn't rely on drugs for happiness. Oh, I wholeheartedly agree with that sentiment. If dinosaurs in their prime can still find love, then I want nothing to do with love. I share the identical sentiment. That does not exemplify true love. Jane is absolutely infatuated with Mimi after their grand spectacle of a relationship. This is intended for Mimi. Mimi's self-obsession has created an unfortunate and disastrous union. Furthermore, Laura possesses an incredibly repulsive duo regardless of the scenario. According to Angie, it appears that both individuals take pleasure in embarrassing themselves, and they excel at it. Isn't that true, Angie? They excel in that aspect. I suppose we could say they possess great skills in that particular field. The internationally renowned Wonder Woman and her daring partner embarked on an eccentric quest to locate one another. Organize a comical performance to elicit laughter from the audience. They deserve acknowledgement for that. They certainly bring joy and laughter to us. Douglas may have infatuated her with his innocent gaze, but she has never reciprocated his love or desire for her. She has merely been enamored by the wealth and luxury associated with being a royal. I concur with your perspective, Douglas. From the beginning, Meghan harbored affection for the qualities and resources that Harry possessed. She showed no concern or regard for him as an individual. Wildflowers also conveys a similar feeling. I believe she may not genuinely love him, instead, she seems to be taking advantage of him. 583, Megameyer and other narcissists lack the ability to express love. They only possess affection towards themselves. Her self-esteem is doubtful, particularly due to her actions that seem irrational. I find this question quite intriguing. Is Meghan capable of truly loving herself? In all fairness, I highly doubt it. I believe that beneath the overt narcissism, there lies a profound and intense self-loathing. In my opinion, Nancy's display of affection seemed to be insincere. This is exceptionally artificial. Who do they believe they are deceiving? The following comment is from Patricia, who describes it as a major spectacle, followed by Peta Ribbon, who also agrees that it is indeed a grand event. Later, Pamela adds that it is currently being showcased at a psychiatric institution, expressing her concern that mentally unstable individuals should not be exposed to Meghan and Harry as it may have a detrimental influence on them. And Acton made a thought-provoking remark. I believe Harry is afraid of being embarrassed and wants to avoid hearing, "I told you so." However, Harry, if you're not content, it may be best to simply walk away. You're young. If you choose to remain in order to avoid embarrassment, your life will be filled with prolonged sorrow. This precisely reflects my sentiment towards the entire situation. It is about time for Harry to accept his losses and distance himself from her. Subsequently, Wendy imparts words of profound insight. Harry, please pay attention. Julie, well, due to the fact that nobody else was willing to take him in, Snowy, also known as Snow River, will be residing with Markle. His past partners ended their relationship with him. Snowy's previous relationships may have ended badly, but there is still hope for him. He had the potential to discover a pleasant young woman, someone who would tolerate his quirks. In my opinion, I believe. Moreover, Christina, I concur that he is exhibiting unwavering stubbornness while pretending to be in favor of his affection, concealing his true feelings ever more profoundly at this point. Harry is the one who is significantly more deceptive than her when it comes to your children, regardless of their true identity. Be honest. You will have a restful night's sleep. Your true friends will remain loyal to you. We appreciate your positive input, Christina. I must acknowledge your insight as it is indeed correct. If Harry mustered the courage to remove the band-aid, he would realize that the situation won't be as dreadful as he imagines it to be. Remaining in her presence will inevitably lead to even more unfortunate circumstances for him. Afterwards, Gail astutely makes a highly precise observation. I would have to agree. Paula says this exemplifies the subject of my discussion. I find it hard to believe that she genuinely loves herself, as individuals who truly love themselves not only display kindness towards others but also possess the ability to express love towards others. She lacks the knowledge or ability to perform that task. According to Renee, they are gradually disappearing into the mysterious twilight zone towards distant galaxies. I desire for it to be at a greater distance, as we are still receiving communication from them. Barbara insists that there is no visible evidence of their love for each other. Susan is only pretending for others to see. The Orange Show by Apple is immensely grand. Once the separation occurs, both parties will likely accuse each other, the woman for not having children and the absence of royalty within the family. Their children were deprived of bike rides, theme park rides, and skiing. Harry and his father engaged in all activities together. In the UK, we closely followed the events through our news channels. Yes, I completely concur with your viewpoint. Once their divorce is finalized, their loyalty towards each other will rapidly change, leaving us astounded. Snowy's mother remarks that the narcissist has always been actively performing since the beginning. Yes, indeed. One's most significant and pivotal role. Is it unusual or uncommon to feel love for your partner? Unlike Princess Catherine, Meghan has been divorced 3 times and has had numerous boyfriends. This matter is of a personal nature. Due to her past experiences, Meghan struggles with feelings of insecurity when around others. Harry's love for Meghan does not give him the authority to insist that his family welcomes her again and apologizes. This eventuality is highly unlikely. Do Harry and Meghan warrant an apology despite the criticism they directed towards the royal family? Is it plausible that King Charles and Prince William will eventually apologize? I wholeheartedly agree with your perspective. If you feel the need to constantly proclaim your love for your partner, it's likely that your love isn't genuine. That is a personal matter. In addition, we have received a few replies as well. Let's discover the opinions of others. Wildflowers should be given an apology by the recipient. In my opinion, it's safe to say that is the case. Joy Smith, why should they even think about apologizing? Naturally, I agree with your perspective. Nothing, there is no need for them to make an apology. According to Rusty Spence, she has been dishonest by stealing jewels and falsely claiming to have given birth to children, which is easily evident to anyone, among other deceitful acts. Just a moment, please. I might have misinterpreted what you said, Joy. Did you really think Meghan and Harry have nothing to apologize for? They definitely have a long list of apologies owed, and Rusty only touched upon a few points. Ha ha ha. Furthermore, Rusty emphasizes that preserving the monarchy is highly contingent upon their actions. What was Deborah apologizing for? Was it because she was correct about Markle? Harry should apologize to his family for his marriage to Markle. In my opinion, Deborah is absolutely right about this matter. Joy, if you could kindly provide a comment below this video, clarifying the person you were referring to, it would be greatly appreciated. There seems to be some misunderstanding. Additionally, there is a growing consensus among voters that the spectacle is largely a performance rather than an authentic display of affection. Casina, our grand spectacle, has become tiresome to the audience. As they mature over time. We are all in agreement on that point. Afterwards, a grand spectacle took place, featuring the MSC. We have Jean D'Souza on board. Both of them stand alone as the main attractions of their respective shows. In conclusion, an exceedingly renowned celebrity. Regrettably, their popularity is waning right in front of them. It is time to find solace and permanently withdraw from the public eye. I hope they would catch on. In due time, Harry will come to the realization that he was completely manipulated by Mad's grand performance. It is unfortunate that he lacks any particular abilities, as it could have a negative impact on his future prospects. I fully agree with you, and his prospects will darken even further if he continues his relationship with Meghan. Laurie acknowledges that it is a significant event, while Diane concurs that it is indeed a substantial production. However, Wendy observes that Meghan is deeply infatuated with herself and pays little attention to anyone else. Eugenie will soon discover the true insincerity of Markle. I believe Eugenie is already aware of that fact. I speculate that Eugenie's intention of distancing herself from those two individuals stems from that very reason. We have MM583 in alert. Although Eugenie is aware of Meghan's insincerity, she chooses to tolerate it due to her strong bond with Harry. However, I have doubts about its longevity. Arlene then casts her vote for Big Show. Meghan took center stage in Blondie and Lee's sensational performance, showcasing her talents once more. The deadline is approaching. Hopefully, that will be the case. Charlie is questioning who these individuals are trying to deceive. Despite their attempt to improve their public image, they are ultimately still two individuals with negative qualities. Afterwards, James Patterson's book titled Losers Not Losers was mentioned with some hesitation. Charlie, typo. I comprehend the occurrence of typographical errors, my friends. We all commit errors. Later on, Sudha had the opportunity to be a part of a significant and impressive spectacle. Liz Simmons is not interested in whether they are in love or not. However, we are aware that they are not. Varen Thomas is primarily motivated by financial gain rather than other factors. Yes, I agree. Don Walker, Exhibit. We have Janet, who carries herself as a spy with her distinct ginger handbag. Alice and Big Show are both unwanted by anyone else. I would expect that not to be the case by now. Has Annette been with many men since she tied the knot with Harry? She seems to be quite experienced in matters of the heart. I can't help but ponder and contemplate. I believe that Marcus, along with the bodyguard and potentially some others, are involved in this matter. I am completely clueless. I prefer not to dwell on the actual relationship. Mary expresses indifference and questions the significance. Christina, there is an absence of love, both currently and in the past. Similarly, the book is seen as worthless and discarded, much like Harry's situation. Kaz, the grandest spectacle on the planet. Dorothy, please refrain from bothering them. Okay, Annette, this is merely for appearance's sake. Nasty, sure, Dorothy, I need to reply promptly. I have a strong desire to have some space, but regrettably, they won't allow us to do so. I would be pleased to give them space once they can refrain from insolently criticizing the royal family. It appears that we all share a common consensus that the situation is merely a spectacle, and there is no genuine romantic connection between the two individuals. In my previous statement, I mentioned the act of making connections and the unexpected circumstances of getting her DNA tested, which revealed a surprising 43% of Nigerian heritage. Coincidentally, the following episode of her unsuccessful podcast featured a guest who happened to be from Nigeria. Surprisingly, Nigerian athletes participated in the Invictus Games for the first time this year. Wow, unexpectedly, this need to identify as a black sister has become the ultimate conclusion. Meghan always prioritizes positive publicity, regardless of any inconveniences caused by factual information. Although it may not be ideal, I suppose any form of publicity is better than none. Relying on people's naivety. I am certain that Harry is finally becoming aware of the deceitful behavior displayed by his malevolent wife. What were your thoughts on the matter? Let's proceed with your opinions. The initial remark is made by J. Jane, who eloquently states that the picture's message is evident without any further explanation. I concur, the value of a picture is truly equivalent to 1,000 words. Carmelita agrees, stating that it is true. Suzanne Bruni strongly believes that Harry deserves the consequences he is currently facing. He made the repugnant decision to reveal his family to the world. She perceived exactly what she desired. Sadly, I am unable to comprehend Laurent's next comment as it is in French. I would genuinely be interested in reading it if I could understand the language. I apologize for the inconvenience, but I appreciate your comment. Once more, I extend my gratitude to everybody for their enthusiastic participation in this stimulating conversation. Feel free to click the like button and share this video if you discover the information intriguing. Wishing you a pleasant evening and encouraging everyone to rest well in preparation for whatever chaos awaits us tomorrow.